how much have you made with just the AI picks the last 3 days?
These last 3 days, I think I went from like 250 in my PrizePicks to now I have 3.5K.
The power of AI and machine learning has finally allowed the average sports fan to beat the sportsbooks. This is a revolutionary moment where the average sports fan, who has historically been severely disadvantaged when betting on sports, finally has an edge on the institutionalized gaming companies.
Hey, what's up, guys? The date is January 1st, 2024. I've got a lot to talk about in this video. I'm super excited. I am on the road to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana, where the Saints play, where a lot of history has gone down, and we're gonna make more history tonight. I cannot wait, man. I'm about 6 hours away. I see a car with a little Longhorns logo in front of me. Fuck them, and fuck the Longhorns. But we'll get to that in the second half of the video. I wanna talk about this weekend first. AI, you heard it from Elon Musk himself in that edited video. AI is helping sports bettors profit, but for real, it is. And I've been interviewing some of my clients. You guys can see the people that hopped on the AI when I dropped it on Christmas Day. Like I told you guys, I verified this shit all season. I had this in my back pocket. I didn't want to bust this out too soon, because if we used it too soon, it would give PrizePicks time to react. It's the end of the football season. It's time to lay the fucking hammer. We laid the hammer on Underdog Fantasy last night, but we laid it on them the beginning of the college football season, so much that they changed the rules of their game a few times, the little cowards. But that's how it goes. You make a bunch of money, thousands of people make money with me, they're gonna change the rules. So I'm telling y'all, get the AI picks before it's too late. And if we don't profit the 30 days after you purchase, it's free. You get your money back. So it's really a risk-free investment. If you purchase the 1 month pass, the full month of January, today's a new day. All that profit we made the last 5 days, 196 units of profit, all that profit, it doesn't matter. If we don't profit from January 1st to January 31st, you get the subscription purchase back. So it's $400 to hop on, and it's getting refunded if we don't win. I'm telling y'all, we're 100% confident that we will profit. Over the last 14 months, it's profited in all 14 months. So there will be losing days, there will be losing weeks, but never a losing month, okay? And I'm sure if you've been on the AI, you can vouch for me in the comments, and you know. But if you're still on the fence, don't just take my word for it. Go watch the interviews I put out. I think I put out 3 or 4. One of them was with a minor, an underaged young man, and I want to be clear, his dad was the one using PrizePicks for him. 100% legal, his dad's doing it. But his dad, with his help and my AI picks, turned $40 into $900. And his dad is going to gift him that money. So, you know, I don't want to get too detailed with it, but if a kid is turning $40 into $900, come on, man, get the fucking AI picks. It was crazy yesterday. We had a 25x on PrizePicks and a 20x on Underdog. 45 units won off that one game. And I don't know the total profit yesterday, probably around 30 units right there in one day. So $100 bettors were up $3,000 yesterday. That's all I'm gonna say about it. If you don't hop on, I don't even know what you're doing here on this channel, because this is the opportunity of a lifetime, and it's not gonna last forever. PrizePicks will shut this down eventually. So, today's video, I want to talk about a 6-man that I like, and a 6-man that y'all probably like too. I don't know how the game's going to go, man. It could start slow. All the unders could hit, but there's probably a 20% chance that this game tonight is a shootout with Washington and Texas. And if it is a shootout, a 6-man over makes a lot of sense. I like Ja'Tavion Sanders for Texas, and I like all the receivers for Washington. These numbers are really high. They honestly are. But, you know, this is a game that could be a shootout. It could be 500 yards of offense on both sides of the ball. So I think it's worth sprinkling some money on the 6-man. And another thing I want to say is it's a 25x return on investment. So if anybody's watching this and this is your first time on my channel, a 25x, all we need to do, if I gave you one 25x a day, all 30 days of the month, all we would need to do is win 2 of them to profit. And we'd profit huge if we did that. So just understand, my free picks are different from a lot of YouTubers. I don't pick heavy favorites. I don't pick stuff where you're risking 300 to win 100. We're risking 100 to win 2,500 on this play. It's a little different here. So we're not going to win as often, but when we do win, we win so big it offsets the losses. It's simple math, but I understand a lot of people don't understand that. And a lot of people hate. They're like, you've lost 3 days in a row. It's like, yeah, but I ran up 50 units 4 days before that. So math matters. That's all I'm going to say. Math matters. Now, what's really cool is I found this other app, and it's completely free to join. You can put money in. If you have a bankroll, I suggest you put money in and take advantage of it. But this app gives you $25 if you use promo code PENNIX. So Michael Penix's last name, not to be confused with penis. All caps, Pennix with an X at the end. And if you use that promo code, they're going to give you $25. You don't even have to deposit. And they allow quarterback receiver stacking in college football. And on a 6-man, it pays 35x. I would go with the 35x over the 25x. So that's Dabble. Use promo code PENNIX. I got that promo code for us. Again, I'm busting more weapons out for us to close out the year. Hopefully next year, we'll have even more advantages and more angles we can take. But for now, let's finish this season strong. We got 6 college football games today. We got 1 more national title game. Use Dabble. You can use it for NFL too. You can do 5-mans that pay 20x. Holy smokes. Dude, a little coyote on the side of the road. That was crazy, dude. That was like just a miniature dog coyote. That was nuts. I thought he was gonna run out in front of me. I'm going like 75. Like, bro, please don't do that. But he didn't. Smart little guy. Let's get to the games, man. Let's talk about Washington. Let's talk about Oregon. First up, Oregon versus Liberty. Okay? A lot of people are saying, oh, well, Oregon's motivation levels will be down. You know, not all their starters are playing. Look at the facts, guys. Bo Nix is playing, and as soon as Bo Nix committed to playing this game, a lot of the starters that declared for the NFL draft are playing with him. Defensive lineman, number 95, I forget his name. I'm sorry. Oregon fans, remind me what his name is. I think it's Tunsil. I could be wrong, but he's a fucking beast, and he's playing, and he doesn't need to. And Bucky Irving, star running back, declared for the NFL draft. He doesn't have to play this game. But both those guys had quotes that were pretty dope, basically saying, you know, we're not going to leave Bo Nix hanging. And if you listen to Bo Nix, their leader, the heartbeat of this team, he's talking about this game like it really means something to him. And I believe it does, because the University of Oregon means a lot to Bo Nix. And it's an emotional thing, guys. Like, for me, I'm emotional. I'm sad that this year's over. Like, the memories we made with Leggett and Malik Neighbors and Troy Franklin and Rome Odunze, like, this was the best year of my life. And for Bo Nix, he probably feels like it was the best football season of his life. And it's over. And he wants to go out with a bang. He wants to finish on top. This Liberty team, if you look at who they played some dog shit opponents. Sam Houston State is one of the worst Division I football programs in the nation, and Sam Houston State had them on the ropes. Well, this Liberty team was playing games on Tuesdays and Thursdays this year, okay? I don't give a fuck if Oregon's walk-ons and their 4th string and 5th stringers go out there. I'm taking the Ducks minus the 18, and I would have taken them minus 16.5, minus 17 earlier in the week, but I live in Texas, and we can't do that in Texas. So I'm driving to Louisiana right now. I'm laying the hammer on Oregon minus 18. Just a heads up. I'll send y'all the picture of the ticket. Subscribe to my Winnable, link in bio. And I'll send y'all the picture of the ticket. But yeah, we're going to go in heavy on that one. Next up, Texas and Washington. I am telling you guys, I have watched every Texas Longhorn game. I have watched every Washington game. I follow both programs closely. I grew up in San Antonio. I grew up a Longhorns fan. And since becoming an adult, I didn't go to UT. I am not a fan of theirs. I mean, I support them, but I'm not like a fan, is what I'm saying. So I watch them close. A lot of my friends are big Longhorn fans, and I do root for them in general to do well, because it's fun. You know, it's fun when the Longhorns are good. The vibes in Austin are just a little different. And I've watched both teams. Now, I say that because what you have to understand is most people giving opinions on this game, they don't know both teams very well. The only person I really think that's dialed in like we are is Joel Klatt. Joel Klatt, that motherfucker really loves college football. That's the only guy I've seen that loves college football more than or as much as I do. I mean, I don't think he can love it more than I do, but he loves it as much as I do. Just 100 out of 100. Now, a lot of these guys on TV, they call games. And other than Joel Klatt, all these guys don't really know what they're talking about, because they're calling a game, say, from 2:30 to 4:30 on a Saturday. Well, what are they doing before that game? They got to prepare. What are they doing after that game? They got to go fly home. Most of these commentators fly commercial. They don't have private jets. I think Joel Klatt even flies commercial. So they're going to the airport. It's a complete hassle. It's a process. They're not watching the games like I watch the games. In my house, I have 4 TVs. I have cable. I have every streaming, network. I watch every fucking game, every team, every game. There might be 1 or 2 games that I've missed because 5 games are going on at once and I didn't watch that game. But I just say that because I see a lot of misinformation about Washington. Someone said they can't play big boy football. They're going to get dominated on the line of scrimmage. And it's just false. You got to realize Washington played Texas last year, and I don't put a ton of weight into that game, but what you have to look at is Washington's O-line dominated Texas, and Texas had Sweat playing in that game. So look, Texas is better this year, but what I'm saying is Washington's better too. So they're both better, and last year, Washington dominated with a little Hawaiian quarterback or Filipino quarterback. I don't know what he is, but he ain't Dylan Johnson. He ain't a big, athletic, black, 6 foot, 210-pound Dylan Johnson that just ran for 100 yards against Oregon and said in an interview, and I listened to all the interviews, guys. I listened to all the interviews, which helps a lot when handicapping college football. He said in an interview he was 55% in that Oregon game, and you could see it. His foot was bothering him. His foot was bothering him, and he was slipping, losing his footing. That game would have been a blowout if Dylan Johnson didn't have to come out of the game and slip. There's one play I'm thinking of right now. There's actually 2 of them. I mean, look, Dylan Johnson's going to be healthy tonight. I think Dylan Johnson goes over his 77.5 rushing yards. That's probably my favorite player prop of this game. I think Washington's going to have success on the ground. And everybody, it's no surprise, everybody's saying they're going to have success in the air. Obviously, they're going to. People don't understand, man. This Washington team played without Jalen McMillan all year. When I bet on them in September, I bet on them because I had confidence Jalen McMillan would be back. And it took him a long time to be back. They won all those games in the regular season without Jalen McMillan. Really, the first game that he made an impact was in the Washington State game. So they've gone undefeated against USC on the road, Oregon at home, without Jalen McMillan. McMillan is as good as Odunze. So you guys probably are familiar with Odunze and how good he is. McMillan is up there with Odunze. Then you have Jalen Polk and Jeremy Bernard, 2 solid 3 and 4 receivers. Those 3 and 4 receivers would be 1 and 2 at most other programs across the nation, okay? And when Penix throws the football, guys, you've probably seen it by now. It looks like when I throw those Nerf footballs, you know the Nerf footballs with the little tail that you just throw and it whistles? That might be outdated if you're younger. You may not know what I'm talking about. You can throw the Nerf ball like 100 yards, right? When Penix throws, it looks like that. The ball is spinning so fast. The spin rate on Penix's spiral is faster than any I've ever seen. faster than any NFL level spin rate. And that's not even a stat they keep track of in football, but it's just something I see. And it allows them to throw all over the field, not just vertically, but horizontally. If they're on the right hash, they can throw a screen to the left all the way across the field, get their receivers in open space. And Washington, to me, has the advantage at the quarterback position, receivers, and coaching. Kalen DeBoer, to me, is the best coach in the nation. And I think people are going to learn that this game. They're going to see a game plan, and Texas is going to see a game plan that they aren't ready for. Now, there's something else I wanted to say. I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to figure it out. It was just in my head, and I lost my train of thought. But I'm very confident in Washington in this game. I just feel like Washington, all offseason, their goal was the national title, whereas Texas's goal was to get back on track. Texas kind of has a 3-year plan, or they had a 3-year plan going into this season, and they wanted to compete for national titles by the time Arch Manning got to be the starter. They're ahead of schedule, and I think they're satisfied. And Washington has a lot of 6-year guys that this is their last ride. They're all in for this year, and that's not going to make a massive impact, but you do see these teams of destiny sometimes in sports where it just seems like it's destiny to win the national title. And I feel like Washington really has that. I feel like there's more stuff that I could say about this game, but ultimately, people just don't stay up late at night and they don't watch Pac-12 football. So they don't know about USC. Well, they know about USC, but they don't know about Oregon. They don't know about Washington. And I think this is a nice opportunity to parlay the Washington money line with Oregon minus 18. I think both of those are going to cash. And if you put $15 on that, it pays 75. So over $50 profit. I'm thinking of putting 15 on it, but I'm thinking of putting 15,000 on that, honestly, guys. And I'll let you know, I am vlogging my trip today through New Orleans, or through Louisiana, driving through the whole damn state pretty much. Woo! Sorry, boys. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to sneeze. Oh, I remembered what I wanted to say. Thank God I remembered what I want to say. People are talking like Washington's defensive line is fucked against Texas's O-line. Forget the kid's name, but number 4. Number 4 is opposite of Trice. Trice is going to be a first-round draft pick. He's an edge rusher, number 8. Number 4, his dad passed away a few weeks ago, and he had an epic post-game interview. I mean, his dad died. You know what I mean? If you've lost a parent, you know that's not good. And the interview and the things he said, is just like, man, this guy's playing with a purpose. It's deep, you know? And this team is really like a family. There are a lot of mature guys, a lot of team players. It's crazy how close-knit this Washington team is. And number 4's dad passing away. It's just, that to me, I just know that guy's going to be playing with a vengeance. He's probably got a lot of pent-up anger, and I like him a lot. But there's a real chance that there's a rotation on Washington's defensive line. There's a kid named Durfee, Zach Durfee, 6'6", 250, big, athletic white dude. Now, these defensive ends, these tight ends, and guys that are built like tight ends, because he's built like a tight end, they take a few years to develop. So this kid coming out of high school played basketball, and then he went to play Division II football in college. He did really well, led the nation in sacks, Division II, and the NCAA hasn't let this man play this year. So he hasn't played all year, and I haven't heard his name mentioned once by anyone. And I feel like I'm the only motherfucker that knows him, along with Washington's diehard fans, because they know everything about Washington. But Zach Durfee, that guy could really make an impact on this game with Washington's defensive line. If Washington's defensive line's getting bullied, they'll throw him in there. He's fresh. He's 6'5", 250. Zach Durfee, man. Look out for him. I think he's going to wear number 15, but y'all will see him if he plays. Just a big white dude, 6'5", you know, tight end type dude. So he might not be a factor, but just something else to consider. They could have a pretty sweet rotation. If he's a superstar, I mean, that's going to be another edge rusher. You're going to have Trice on one side, who's a first-round draft pick, projected to go in the first round. And then you're going to have another dude, a Bosa-type motherfucker, on the other side. Quinn Ewers, we haven't seen him look like shit this season, but Quinn Ewers is known to look like shit. So don't be surprised, man, if he loses his starting job to Arch Manning going into next season. Don't be surprised if Washington beats Texas so bad that Texas starts questioning who their quarterback of the future is and who their quarterback next year should be. So, you know, don't be shocked. I'm telling y'all right now, Washington's going to win this game. I'm so excited for it to start because I just want to watch these motherfuckers. I want to watch reality hit them. I want to watch reality hit their faces, these Texas Longhorn fans. They're like the Cowboys fans. A lot of them are the same people. Their team is not good enough to win it all. Their team is good, but not good enough to win it all. And they're so delusional, thinking that their team's the best ever. So that's my rant for today. That's my video. I love you guys, and I appreciate y'all. Happy New Year. We're starting the year with a long video. Hopefully the audio is not fucked up, but if it is, thanks for watching to the end of this video anyways. Go Dogs. Go Ducks. Oregon and Washington parlay. We're taking Oregon -18, Washington money line. Parlay that shit up and start your year off right. I'll see you guys in the group chat. It'll be on Chalkboard. It'll open here in a few hours when the games start. Peace out. Have a good day, everybody.